Today I have a very exciting video for you. I'm gonna be telling you about my favorite, my number one Kiko Milano makeup that is available right now. At least as far as I could tell, you can still shop these, you can still find them. I do usually try a lot of the limited edition stuff, but I also have here a lot of amazing things from their regular line. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm very excited to share this with you. Alright, we're gonna start out right away with the bronzers. If you follow me, you know that I'm a huge fan of the Sculpting Touch Creamy Stick Contour. I now have two shades that both have a different purpose for me. One of my absolute favorite bronzing products in my collection is the Bronzer Stick in 200. This is a little bit more of a cool tone shade. It's a little bit more of a light shade. This one is so easy for me to wear. It's just such a nice neutral to cool color. It's not too gray. It's also very easy to blend. It works very well on my fair skin tone, but also still works very well for me when I have a little bit more of a tan. It's just easy, blendable, a beautiful color. It looks amazing on the skin, very natural. I never have any issues with this and I love it. Then the other shade that I got a little later is 203. This one is a little bit more of a tan shade, not an orangey shade, but it's a little bit more on the tan side and it looks a little bit more sun-kissed. I really like this. This is for me more of a little bit of a like summery shade. Then one of my ultimate favorite face palettes in my collection. I've used this so much and I love this so much. This is the Contour Obsession Contour and Highlight Face Palette. I have shade 02. There's also 01 and 03. We have two bronzer shades in here that are super blendable, super easy to work with, beautiful undertones, like not too warm. And they are just kind of like creamy looking on the skin and they seem a little powdery in the pen, but they blend almost like a cream and they look so beautiful and natural. I also really like the highlight in this. That one is also like very creamy, it looks stunning on the skin, but I have to be honest, I go into these two bronzers the most for this palette. And this is just a very like sturdy packaging. It's very compact. This is so nice to travel with and I just go back and forth between these bronzer shades. I really love them. This is just like a true staple in my collection. And then another amazing bronzing product from Kiko Milano. I think you can still find this. This is from the Create Your Balance collection. This was their like fall collection, I believe, that they did last year. And this is the Color Boost Face Bronzer in 01 Sienna. This is such a beautiful powder bronzer. It has a beautiful tone to it, kind of like neutral cool. It's really nice for me all year round. Like I wore this when I was a little bit more tan, but also like being a little bit more fair. This is super blendable. It has a natural finish on the skin. No shimmer in this, no shine, but it just looks like your skin but bronzier and I really like that. This is also just super easy to use and I really love the undertone of this and I also like the style of packaging of this. Very sturdy, it's easy to open and close, it has a mirror. This is a really beautiful bronzer. I just realized that I'm not going into a very like logical order because I kind of wanted to go in the order I did my makeup in and now I started with the bronzer. Okay, we're gonna start out with the first thing I actually used. This is the Kiko Milano Stylo Love Cosmic Gaze Eyeshadow Palette in 02 on the Starry Sky. I have to be honest, I haven't really found eyeshadow products from the regular line that they kept in the line that I really love. I feel like I have to kind of go on the hunt for that and I've tried some things but I haven't been truly convinced just yet. So I think I'm gonna go in store and try some things. And maybe if you have any tips, please let me know. I would love to like do some more digging into the collection. So this eyeshadow palette I actually really enjoy and it has just a very blendable, easy to work with mattes. Usually Kiko Milano mattes are a little bit on the powdery side, especially in the pan, but these ones work really well on the eyes. And then we also have a really nice kind of like satin blue that you can kind of use as either a matte or more of a shimmer in the look. And then what really makes this palette stand out to me is these two shimmers. Like we have a very sparkly lilac super shimmery shade and then we have a kind of like golden champagne, also very shimmery shade. I used the lilac in the look today and I really love it. It's such a good shade. What I also really love about this is the color story because you can get a pretty like purpley looking look and you can also get something a little bit more burgundy. You have quite a lot of nice options here for a palette that has only 6 shades and I really love the packaging. I love the whole style of this palette and just the way it looks on the eyes, I am truly a fan of this one. Alright, then for the blushes, of course, I have to mention more of the stick products from Kiko Milano. These are just so good. These cream products in a stick are so easy, so blendable, and just like effortless on the cheeks. I have a 01 and 07 here, but I also have another shade. The one that I am wearing today is 07. This is a really nice kind of like lighter muted pink, and it just is the right shade of kind of like nudish but leaning pink cream blush. This one is one without any shimmer, and then 01 actually does have some shimmer. This one has a little bit of a golden glow to it. It's kind of like a cool toned-ish, mauve-ish in the undertone nude with a golden glow. This one is also really nice. The shimmer in here is just very natural. It doesn't look chunky. It doesn't look like you have actual shimmer on the cheeks. It just looks very natural and like a beautiful glow from within on the cheeks. So these are really, really nice. And then I have some things from limited editions. The Days in Bloom 3-in-1 Silky All Over. These are from their most recent collection. These are liquid blushes that you can just like dot on with a doe food. This is the shade Creative Peach. Yes. 03. This is a light peach shade. It looks really nice on the cheeks. I don't like these for the lips, but I do like it on the cheeks because it's like really easy to use and it looks super cute. I really like the shades. I also have 02 Rose Dreams. This is a really nice light rose shade, and this is my favorite, I think, because this is just such a beautiful like fresh rose shade. Sometimes rose can be a little bit deeper, a little bit like moody almost, but this one is very nice and fresh for the spring. I really like these for the cheeks. And then I think I still saw this online. This is the Kiko Milano Create Your Balance Contour Boost Powder Blush in 02 Tireless Pink. This is a cool toned pink shade that has a little bit of mutedness to it. It has a little bit of purpley berryness to it. I think this is a beautiful shade. It's very easy to use. It's the same formula as a bronzer, where it's not too pigmented, it's blendable, and it really looks like your skin but like blushier. It's just a very natural look to it. It isn't glowy, it isn't shimmery, it isn't too matte and flat. It really creates some life, like it gives some life to the face and without being too much. And it's a really beautiful shade. I really like this shade, but there are also really nice other shades in this range. Then also from the Days in Bloom collection, we have the Luminous Cushion Blush. I have shade 03 Elegant Pink and 02 Peach Flowers. And 02 Peach Flowers. And these are just very blendable, very beautifully glowy. These are very easy to use for these style of products. Sometimes I feel like they can be a little bit too pigmented, can be a little bit too difficult to use, but these are really easy and I really, really love the look when I wear these. It just makes me feel like a bronzy, glowy goddess. This is 02. I have to say, I think I like the pink one the best, but both of these are really nice. There's also a 01, another shade in this range as well. I feel like Kiko Milano does a really great job with their poof style applicator products. I am usually like I'm a little tired of all of these dupes, but they are done well. I really, really like the poofs of these. I really like the formula of this. And I can see myself wearing these throughout the summer. I am very excited about these. Those were all the blushes, and now we're gonna move on to the highlighters. I have two stick highlighters here. This one is still in the packaging. I just want to say generally I really just like the stick products from Kiko Milano, and I would recommend you to try out their stick highlighters. I don't have a stick highlighter from their regular line because I feel like I kind of have what I need with this Beauty Essentials one, which is I think basically the same shade as one of the ones in the regular line, so I didn't want to buy another one just to figure out that it's the same thing, and I feel like I personally didn't need it, but like, there are different options, there are different shades. This one from the Days in Bloom collection in 01 is kind of like an iridescent purpley shade. It's really cute, it looks really nice on the skin. It's a little bit like duochromy, but it's still quite wearable. Like the purple isn't too cool toned. I feel like it still blends into the skin very well. So I also really like the highlighter version of the stick products. I feel like they used to have more shades and now they condensed the line down a little bit. Then these highlighters are officially no longer in the line, but they still have these, but just under a different name. So I have the Ultimate Glow highlighters in 02 and 03, and I'm wearing a 02 today. This is the Salmony Pinky one. This is a Bakelite formula. The shade 03 is a like almost yellow champagne. It's a very cool shade. I really like this. This is a really beautiful Bakelite highlighter that looks so creamy and smooth and one with the skin. I really love this Bakelite formula. Did I say what they are called now? Now they are called the Glow Fusion highlighters, if I'm not mistaken, but they have these shades, so just look for the Glow Fusion. It's the exact same thing. I just didn't feel like I needed those because I have these. Like, it's the same thing. They just re-released it. These are just so beautiful and skin-like, and I just really love the glow that they give. Like, you definitely see the glow, but it's not like this metallic stripe. It just looks like your skin, but a little bit more glowy and with a little bit of a tint to it. Let's move on to the lip products. This is the category that I have most to say, but I also tried all of the Kiko Milano lip formulas in a recent video. I ranked all the formulas, I tried all the formulas, and I have some definite favorites. So what I'm wearing today is actually a new shade in a formula that I already knew I loved. This is the Smart Fusion lipstick. I tried 457 before in the ranking video, but today I'm wearing 458. This is such a nice, creamy, pigmented, comfortable formula that still stays on quite a long time. Like, this has some grip to it, some hold to it, but it's not sticky or anything. It just feels very nice, and it's also very affordable. Like, this used to be much cheaper, like all Kiko Milano makeup and all makeup in generally. These highlighters are now 20 euros, these Bakelite highlighters, and I think when I bought those, maybe they were 15 at max. I do feel like Kiko Milano is still worth it because they used to have like very high quality for very low prices, and now I feel like the quality and the price are more like in balance. I get that they have to do this to stay afloat, but this formula is just very, very nice. I love the shade that I'm wearing today. I am wearing a lip gloss on top of it that I'm gonna show you next. But this is just very nice. It's a very nice, sturdy, creamy lipstick where I cannot fault it in any way. Like, it's very good. Okay, so the gloss that I'm wearing is the Kiko Milano Days in Bloom Volumizing Lip Shine, and I have shade 04 Modern Mauve. By the way, the packaging of this collection is just so good. I really like it, but the actual lip glosses in this collection are so good. They are sheer, they are shimmery, they are glossy, they are shiny, they are slightly minty. I really like the doe foot of these. I really like the application, and I feel like they're very comfortable. They're very thin, but not too thin, like not in a way that it disappears on the lips. They are not sticky at all. Just a very thin, kind of like watery, shiny gloss, and I don't feel the shimmer in these whatsoever. I really like this. I already have a lot of lip glosses from Kiko Milano from other limited edition collections, but if I hadn't, I would have bought more of this series. Like, I might still, if I see it with a good deal. Another huge favorite of mine, of Kiko Milano, is the Jelly Stylos. These are sheer, shiny, jelly-like lip products. They are not like a balm, they're really like this jelly sheer situation. I have shade 507. This is a really nice kind of like peachy pink nude. I really like this one. And then my actual favorite, but there is like a slight difference in the formula, and this is the only one in the range that is like this, is 501. And this is the only one in the range that is sheer with a shimmer, but it looks wet on the lips and it feels very comfortable, very balmy, very juicy, but it's kind of like this wet look shimmer that is so good. I love the way this looks on the lips, and I don't feel like this feels chunky or weird on the lips. It's very comfortable. I really like this one. If you kind of combine it with a nude lip liner and then just apply this in the middle, it looks so good. This is a huge fave, like one of my favorite Kiko Milano products in general. Then we have a classic that I feel like you probably heard about, but I'm gonna say it again. This is a Kiko Milano Hydra Shine or 3D Hydra lip gloss. These are so nice and shiny, juicy. They have just such a nice effect on the lips. They are also very comfortable. They are not sticky and they are very affordable. I really like the doe foot on these as well. They are just very, very beautiful, glossy looking. There are so many shades, so you can definitely find the shade that you like. These are beautiful lip glosses. And then something that I think you might still find, these are the Beauty Roar PH Matte Liquid Lip Color. I have shade 03, which is a kind of like strawberry pink shade, and then I also have shade 05, which is a little bit of a warm mauve. So these are very liquidy when you apply them. Then they feel kind of creamy and soft, not velvety, but they do feel a little bit creamy on the lips. And then once you wear them a little longer, the creaminess fades a little bit, but it's still very comfortable and it stays on the lips for a long time. It looks very flattering on the lips. These are really nice liquid lipsticks. And I kind of wish that they had this formula in the regular line. Like, this is very comfortable. It's just the right amount of longevity while keeping that like comfortable feeling on the lips. But from the regular line, we have some liquid lipsticks that I do really enjoy. We have these ones. These are the Lasting Matte Veil Liquid Lip Color. These are my favorite shades. I have 05 and I have 07. These are both quite like a cool tone, pinky ones. This one is a little bit more on the lilac-y side, the 05, and this one is a little bit more on the pinky side, the 07. These do fully dry down and these last a very long time. I do have to say that these are a little bit less comfortable than the ones that I just showed you because they are full dry down, but because of that they do last a really long time. I really like the look of these on the lips. Like, they are very flattering on the lips. I really like them. These are, I wouldn't say that these are drying, but they also aren't like adding any hydration to the lips, and that is like something you have to keep in mind if you can deal with a lip product like that, because I feel like this type of formula isn't really popular anymore, but I personally really like these. And then we have a matte lipstick from the regular line. This is the Velvet Passion Matte Lipstick. I have shade 315, and this is a really nice kind of like cool tone mauve shade that isn't too deep for me. This is a really nice formula. It is thin, it's lightweight, it's not too drying, it looks really good on the lips. This is a beautiful matte formula, like one of my favorites in my collection for sure, because a lot of them I feel are a little too drying, but I didn't have any issue. Like, I don't have any issue with this one at all. I would definitely check out these matte lipsticks if you like a matte lipstick. I do have to say, as with a lot of lip lines in the world, in the makeup industry, there are some differences. I would swatch them and see if the color that you like swatches smoothly, because there are some that are a little bit patchy, but this one is like super nice and smooth. A really good lip liner. And once again, I'm not doing anything in this video in the right order. This is like, if you watch back the makeup clips, I hope it's not too confusing. But what I also used in my look is the Creamy Color Comfort Lip Liner. These lip liners are very nice, kind of like almost on the drier side, but not too dry, and they last a very long time. Like, if you do a swatch of these and you let it sit a little bit and then you kind of like rub over it or wash your hands or like water runs over it, it's gonna stay there for quite a long time. Like, it's gonna take you some effort to get that off. I am currently wearing 318, which is a very nice kind of like mauve shade. I also have this shade 302, which is more of a like light pinky shade, which is not always what I want to go for with my lip liner, because usually I wanna have a lip liner that's a little bit deeper, so I do prefer this shade 318. But these are really nice if you like a lip liner that is a little bit more precise, a little bit more drier, and it's gonna stay a long time. Then a huge favorite of mine is the Unlimited Double Touch in shade 120. I am like looking at more shades. I'm deciding if I want to try more shades, but I really like this. I do have to say, I tried a shade before that I didn't really like. I believe it was 111 or something like that. It was super patchy. So once again, go in store, swatch things, maybe look up some lip swatches and look very closely at the pictures on the website, because you can usually tell if a lip product is a little bit more on the patchy side. Like, I could tell when I zoomed in after after I had actually already bought it and tried it, that one was a little bit more patchy. This one isn't patchy at all. 120 is a really nice kind of like warmish mauve shade. It seems to have a little bit of shimmer in it. You don't really see it on the lips. This is a very long wearing lip product that still feels very comfortable throughout the day, and even with just one application of the gloss, it still feels good throughout the day. It's not like you have to reapply the gloss, but the gloss itself is really nice and plush feeling, very thick, very juicy. It just really hydrates the lips, and together this is just such a nice combo. It looks so nice on lips, and it doesn't look too much like you have kind of like painted latex on, or that it's too natural looking. It looks pretty natural. It looks pretty much like a lipstick. I really like this formula. This is a great one. Would highly recommend checking these out. And then lastly, I really love these Glossy Dream lipsticks. These are so good. I really love the shade 202. This is kind of like a warmish lighter pink. These are a sheer, shiny, slightly shimmery, not glittery, but slightly shimmery lip product that is very like comfortable and juicy on the lips. These have a little bit more of a base color than the jelly stylos. If you want something that makes a little bit more of an impact, then these are really nice, but you do have to like a slight bit of shimmer. But I really love the kind of 3D look of that. This is the one in 204. This is kind of like a darker, cool toned rosy shade. We really like it as well. These are just very beautiful looking, very comfortable, relatively long wearing, and I really love a sheer shiny lipstick. And these just look super smooth on the lips. I don't have any issues with these looking patchy or anything. I think this is such a great formula, and I don't really hear anybody talk about it. While these sheer shiny lipsticks are very popular, I feel like this is so underrated. Alright, that's gonna be everything for my Kiko Milano favorites. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe, and then I will see you in my next one. Bye bye.